After everybody left, we had our merge feast, which was a lot of pizza. And the entire time that we're eating pizza, I'm just like trying to look under slices. I wasn't even that hungry, but I was taking slices to look to see if there was maybe like advantage or no under there. I didn't find anything, but just shows that I'm always playing the game.
A lot of people went straight to sleep right away. You could tell because of the snoring. I was up for a while, just running names through my head, making a hierarchical order of how I view everybody and how I would like to see the day go. Obviously, that's going to change round to round, so I didn't try and put too much into it.
All right, so it's the morning of day 2. I'm excited to play Final 10. We're finally merged. Something I did want to say, though, is in round 2, I realized that I forgot to pack sweatpants, and I really wanted sweatpants for the night. And Gibble just said he probably wasn't going to need his sweatpants, so he gave me his sweatpants to use, and then we voted him out, and he did not take them back. So last night, I wore Gibble's sweatpants. Thank you for your sweatpants, Gibble. I'm sorry I had to vote you out, but you kept me warm at night, so thanks.
Welcome, Merge Tribe. Now, did you come up with a Merge Tribe name? So now I'm designating you the Vodka Paw Tribe. Vodka Paw.
Suggest that.
Teams are no more. You are now competing for individual immunity. Unstranded, knowing how to read the people you are with is paramount to survival. And with that said, it's time for some touchy subjects. We will give you a survey of 10 questions that you will fill out. We will then tally those results. I will then ask the same questions, and you will get a whiteboard, and you will put who you think the majority answered. If you answer right, you get a point. Most points after 10 questions will win individual immunity. If there's a tie, we will go to a tiebreaker question. Number 1, who's the moodiest? Three, 2, 1, reveal. Troy says Brooke. Alex says John V. Dave says John V. Brooke says Brooke. Steven says Troy. Beck says Bex. John V says John V. John S says Troy. Nathan says Brooke. And Imir says Brooke. 2 correct answers for this. It was Brooke and Troy. Next question. Who is the biggest poser? Right. Reveal. Troy says Troy. Alex says Alex. Dave says Bex. Brooke says John V. Steve says John V. Bex says Nathan. John V says Troy. John S says Troy. Nathan says John V. And Imir says Imir. There were 4 correct answers for this. John V, Bex, Troy, and Nathan. Question 3. Who mistakenly believes that they are running the game? Reveal. Troy says Bex. Alex says Nathan. Dave says John V. Brooke says Alex. Steven says John V. Bex says Alex. John V says Nathan. John S says Troy. Nathan says John V. Imir says John V. The correct answer was John V. Who succumbs to intimidation easily? Troy says Bex. Alex says Imir. Dave says Bex. Brooke says Bex. Steven says Steven. Bex says Bex. John V says Bex. John S says John V. Nathan says Bex. Imir says John S. The correct answer is Bex. Who is the most annoying? Troy says Bex. Who the fuck is that? Bex? Alex says Bex. Dave says Bex. Brooke says Brooke. Steven says Steven. Bex says Bex. John V says John V. John S says Bex. Nathan says Brooke. And Imir says Imir. This was a 3-way tie between John S., Bex, and Brooke. Next question. Who would never survive on their own? Brooke, Brooke, Brooke. Brooke answers Troy. Brooke. Nathan says Bex. And then Amir says Brooke. The correct answer was Brooke. Next question. Who is the most hungry?
That challenge was actually pretty funny because I had to just think about it. And I'm like, all I've been doing is complaining about how hungry I am, how bad I want to brush my teeth, like how dirty I feel. I'm like, I'm definitely the most annoying. I'm definitely the moodiest. And I'm definitely the most hungry. All I talked about last night was how hungry I was.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Troy says Brooke. Alex says Brooke. Dave says Troy. Brooke says Brooke. Steven says Troy. Beck says Brooke. John V says Steven. John S says Brooke. Nathan says Brooke. Amir says Steven. The correct answer was Brooke. Next question. Who is the next person voted out? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Troy says John S. Alex says John V. Dave says Steven. Brooke says Dave. Steven says Bex. Bex says Bex. John V says Nathan. John S says Steven. Nathan says Steven, yes. And Amir says Brooke. The correct answer was Steven.
I did get voted to be the one most likely to be voted out this round, so hopefully that actually doesn't happen, and I made good enough connections with people that I stay safe.
Who do you trust the least? Troy says Bex. Alex says John V. Dave says Brooke. Brooke says Dave. Steven says John V. Bex says Dave. John V says John V. John S says Steven. Nathan says Brooke. Amir says John V. The correct answer was Brooke. So, who is the front runner to win this game? Troy says Alex. Alex says John S. Dave says John V. Brooke says John V. Steven says John V. Beck says Alex. John V says Alex. John S says Steven. Nathan says John V. Amir says Alex. The correct answer was Alex.
That challenge came out and people voted me the most likely to win, which is like just such a kiss of death. It was something I was really hoping to avoid. I thought I had done enough.
I didn't get majority for anything, which could mean that I'm flying under the radar. I think that might be a natural thing for me. Like that might be like a natural thing in the game. Like I'm just flying under the radar because I didn't get any votes or majority for that. So that's a good thing for me. But that doesn't mean that the scramble right now, I'm very out there. It doesn't mean that my name can't come up.
So with 8 out of 10, Nathan wins immunity. Come down here.
At this point, I've kind of showed my hand a little bit. I have now won 2 challenges. I think I was good on either side. I probably would have been fine. But listen, I like winning, you know? Winning is fun. So let's just win, right?
There was a reward on the line. And it was already predetermined. Who got answered for who is the most hungry?
Oh my God.
Brooke, you want to come up here?
I love this for me, really.
You have won buttered bagels. But it's boring if it's just you. Get 2 friends to come with you.
Bex. Take Bex. And I have to take the birthday boy, Steven.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Steven.
All right. So you guys can go sit at Tribal and enjoy your reward. You can go back to camp.
So plot thickens. We had our first merge challenge, and it was touchy subjects, one of my favorites, but not my favorite when my name is on 3 fucking categories. It was person you trust the least, person who thinks they're running the game, mistakenly thinks they're running the game, and forefront person to win. So that's crazy. There's 3 different perceptions of me, and I don't want any of them. I just want to be low key, but I guess the rep as a villain always arises.
I feel pretty good. I mean, that was a challenge where, of course, you want to win immunity, but at the same time, I was okay not winning, because I actually think winning puts a little bit of a target on Nathan's back because it shows how well integrated he is. So the last 3 questions, I was keeping tally of him and he was 2 ahead of me. So I figured the best I could do was tie him. I just threw the last 3 questions away. I knew I wasn't going to get those right, especially because the person who I think is most likely to win a game is Alex. But I didn't want anyone to really think that because I need him to work with me.
I threw that challenge. I did not want to win it. I know that's like a crazy thing to do for the merge vote, but if you win the individual challenge before the merge and then you win the merge, there's just no way that like people aren't throwing your name out all the time as a big scary threat to win this game, given the social game I've already played. And so I took a big risk and I wanted to look really stupid and clueless for the first 2 or 3 names that we held up, because I wanted people to be like, oh, Alex has 0, Alex has 1, and I've got 4. Like, maybe they're not good at this. I don't know that made an impact, but I do think I couldn't win that challenge and go forward in this game.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Luckily, I got, after that challenge, picked on the reward for my birthday. It's my birthday today, so Brooke and Bex and myself got to go on to reward, which I was so thankful, Brooke, for taking me. It was amazing. I needed food in my stomach this morning. I'm so glad that I got to eat those bagels.
Reward was really nice. All I've been doing is complaining about how hungry I am. So I knew I was going to win for most hungry. I knew it. And then it was really clutch that the reward came along with it. So I got a bagel and an orange.
So yeah, what I was saying was the way I was answering the questions was there was John V didn't submit his, so 4 purple submitted and 5 green. So I feel like green is only going to answer the bad questions
He didn't
for
submit
purple.
his answers?
No.
Wait, I thought just number 1 wasn't answered.
No. He didn't get any of his submitted. Done.
In the challenge, I was making sure that I only answered purple people because John V didn't get his answers in on time, so I knew the 5 green were going to vote purple people, the 4 purple people were probably going to vote green people, so majority was most likely to be on a purple. That was my strategy. Obviously I didn't win, but I feel like I got a decent amount of points. So
If you didn't submit in time, you just
so I was like, okay, let me only answer purple people because Joe Green would probably answer purple people, and that's majority. That's 5 people.
I'm just letting you all know one of us is going home. Not maybe here, but I feel like there's no way they're voting on the tribe right now. I don't think anybody's...
Green? No way. And
Yeah,
that's crazy because...
And I don't think they're going to play an individual game until a few rounds from now.
One of them was freaking voted out. How do they not want to work with us?
I have no idea unless that person's...
that was Meg.
Yeah, we don't. We have no idea.
If Meg was
We
voted out.
can assume, based on what we heard from, I think, Troy, that John was the one voted out. But also, he's out for me. He's going to be bitching my name. Every single bad thing that he wrote down was about me.
Well, do you think
John.
he is doing the
Not
same?
John,
It's hard for me to
John
keep
S.
up with everything.
Well, do you
Right.
think he's doing that because he's in the same mindset as you?
But the thing is, he was the only one who, besides...
I'm afraid people want to vote you out because it's your birthday, and that would be fucked.
I know.
And that's what I'm scared of.
I'm scared of that too because
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take a little.
I got answered for the most likely to go home first.
Yeah,
So,
and that's scary.
yeah.
You won that?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you feeling better. Got most annoying.
I just knew. I'm like, all I've been doing
Is
since
talking.
we merged is complain about how hungry I am, how bad I want to brush my teeth.
I'm trying to have conversations with Dave, who's like, "Fuck off! I don't want to talk to you." And I'm just like, "Dave, how many animals do you have? Dave, how many kids you got?" Honestly, I can't stand Dave. He's not very nice, personally to me, and so I would like to see him go. No offense. And Dave wrote my name down a lot for the challenge. I don't actually hate Dave or dislike him. He's a very nice man, but like in the game, I want him gone.
I think the fact that John has not revealed, or anyone on that tribe has not revealed that
I want.
that someone's going home, I kind of want John to go.
Well, here's the. Hold on.
And maybe we can get Green on board because they already
Here's-
voted for now.
Here's my thing.
The Green tribe, possibly. Like unlikely that we can make any of them flip. But if we have, I think we have a better chance flipping Green than John. And John seems like really down to stick with the Green, which is ridiculous.
But
because
we don't know
how
that.
That's what John asked.
John S. I
John
think
S.
he's talking about.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I understand what you're saying, and your points. Yeah, sorry. Your points and feelings are totally valid. Here's my only concern, and I just want to pitch this to you, and I want you to just like marinate over it and tell me what you think. This is the first immunity that Alex does not have, and he does not have any advantages. So, I tried talking to Brooke and Steven about pushing the vote to Alex. I think he's too much of a physical threat. I'm dropping seats here, dropping seats there, and the two people I want out, Alex and Dave, if either one goes home, that'll be great. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Can either of you beat him in a physical?
No.
Running? No.
So that's what I'm afraid of. And then you see how nice he is.
Also, he had a lot of votes for who was going to win this. Wasn't he the one that...
He was the one who's most likely to win this game, which is why I don't think we should put him out, because people are going to think he's a threat the entire game, and there's no way he makes it to the end.
Yes, it is.
Unless he
because what
wins
if
out.
he keeps winning?
Yeah, but you can't win out from Final 10.
But this is what I'm saying. What if this is the only time? But like, here's the thing.
But I see
How
what
do
you
we
mean.
know- But how do we? Because like realistically, right? Like, picture this: that you're on the green tribe. Everybody's saying Alex, and you're like, fuck. But then you think to yourself,
He's a shield.
Alex is a shield. How much
Yeah.
longer do I want to keep him in? But at the same time, I'm not going to really risk my advantage for him, because why the fuck would I want to keep him in? There's other shields in the game.
Mhm.
I mean, John V's strong. Like, I feel like Nathan's strong. I feel like you're strong. I feel like all three of us are strong. I'm pretty weak, but
No, you're strong. What are you talking about?
because realistically, I feel like I could beat John S in a challenge. Do you think you could beat John S in a challenge?
Yes.
Do you think you could beat John S in a challenge? So then why does it make sense to vote him out?
It's important for...
And he's more likely to flip. Maybe he's not coming to us right now because he's scared shitless that he will go home, because it's an easy vote for green. They've no blood on their hands. And like, I'm trying to think in their mindset. It's no blood on their hands. They've already voted him out. So, but they want to
The girls are really dead set on Alex, but I'm trying my best to get it to be Dave, because Alex is someone who said he wants to work with me. I do believe that. I don't think Alex is going to come for me. I would like John to go because I've had the least conversation with John and Dave, but probably a little less than with John. So that would be ideal. John S. But I think it's more likely I can convince people to vote Dave instead of Alex compared to John instead of Alex. So that's what I'm pitching.
I thought you get advantages if they're not all extra votes, and one of them is, let's say, a safety without power or something like that. And then another one's an extra vote. If they use an extra vote and I use my extra vote, it ties. And then if nobody flips, we're going to rocks. If we go to rocks, then the person we vote for is safe. So I'm thinking for the first vote, if we want Alex to go, let him be part of the rock draw, not be safe by the tie vote.
But I'm scared of letting him go another round. That's just how I feel. If you can give me another name that also seems like a big threat, I'm fine voting that person out. But I want somebody out this round that is going to be hard to beat later. Besides Alex, who else do you guys think is a threat? Do you think Dave's a threat? No. I don't.
But he keeps getting
Nathan.
But Dave keeps getting votes every tribal, and he keeps getting saved, which means he is someone who is in with his crew. Like every single time they could have flipped on him, they decided not to. That's scary. That is threatening.
That's a good point.
I did think that he was going to be next voted out. That's what I wrote.
I'm going to be honest.
The person
Do
who you think is next and then
Steven-
continues to not be next is a threat.
Steven,
Yeah.
did Troy and Dave play a game together? I feel like they know each other. Who? Dave and Troy.
I'm a little bit skeptical of Troy. Love Troy, but he seems to be really opposed for us voting Dave, which is the person we're trying to vote out. There's speculation that they know each other outside the game. I don't really know how true that is or not. I know other people know each other outside the game, and it's a game, and it doesn't matter. Just play your game when you're here. But I really, really hope that we don't lose Troy's vote on this. And Steven also has his extra vote, and I think that this is the time to play it. It's now or never.
So I think we need to come up with at least 2 names to give to John B. See how he's feeling about those and what he hears, and let's see if Troy and him give us anything.
I'd be open to Dave if you had.
I would do
The reason why
I would do Dave or Alex.
The thing is-
for sure.
the thing is, a lot of people think that in the early merge you need to get out the people who will win out immunity, but final 10 is so early for that. You want to get someone out like that out like final 8 or something like that.
I totally
That's
understand.
closer to the end.
Again,
I
there
understand what
haven't
you're
been a ton of
saying.
physical challenges either. What scares me about Alex too is that he's super legible. So
She is super
and he's building a resume. So like I could so see him like today for the challenge, like he's drawing pictures to you and like making you laugh and like, you know what I mean? Like he is like working it. He really is. And I just feel like he's definitely a threat. I'm scared. If you don't want to vote him this round, that's fine. I'll go with you. And as long as we do someone
I
else
want
like
to vote
Dave.
Alex, just
He needs
maybe
to go,
not
but
this round,
yeah.
maybe next round or the round
I
after.
think that the fact that you're
He can't get past the final 7, and if
For
he
sure.
and if he wins final 9 immunity, he's gone next time.
so then here's my question to you. How comfortable do you feel using your extra vote this round? Do you want to save it? Do you want to use it?
I don't think we're going to get anything out of the green tribe, but if we can somehow figure out what advantages they
This
have,
might
or if they're
be-
going to use one, it could be huge. Because I want to use my extra vote, but if they have 2 extra votes, we're screwed, and I just wasted it.
Because like if we
Yeah,
we
they're
lose a
predicting.
number
They're
this
predicting that we're
round,
going to lose it.
if we lose a number this round, then they'll know we need to use it next time. And if we use it and they have a second one, they can use it too and still tie it next time. But then we would rocks if we keep the vote. That's true.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the tribe that's dominant makes it to at least final 5 or final 6.
So I don't know how long we have to strategize, but obviously this is a
I'm
big,
good to go back
important vote.
whenever.
This vote is hard for sure. I mean, we're first vote post merge. We have an exact even split, and this vote is going to be super telling. And obviously, you do not want to be the original tribe that loses a number.
I think it was actually the opposite of how it usually goes. We all started off in small groups and we were all kind of strategizing, and then we all came together as a big group, which is the opposite of what's been happening so far. The biggest strategic piece that's come out so far this morning is it seems like it's pretty much common knowledge that I got voted out, and then I pulled the correct slip out of the bottle yesterday.
John S. and I talked very early, or not very early, but we talked early this morning, and he told me that he had to steal a vote. He tried using it and got voted out. I asked John S. in front of John V. and Troy because I wanted them to see that he was with us.
They were all literally grilling me saying, "We know it's you, we know it's you, we know it's you."
And I asked John S. in front of them if he got voted out, and he denied it. However, Amir told us that John S. did. So John S. told a fucking lie in front of Troy and John V. And it's really hard to try to pull John S. into an alliance when you're lying to the people that I want you fucking working with. And so that was very frustrating. However, John S. was open with John V, told John V that he had to steal a vote. John V confirmed that. Brought it up to me. I didn't bring it up. So I know that John S. is willing to work with John V. So that's good to know. I don't think John S. trusts Troy.
I mean, they seemed like they were trying to pull me over, the Paw Paw people, because they presume I'm on the bottom, which maybe I am. But I didn't get any votes against me in the last tribal yesterday. The tribal before that, I only got 1 vote, and it was from Megan, who I knew that was coming. So I genuinely, the next vote, I think I'm safe. I really do, TBD. But I don't think I can make a full strategy for the rest of the game until I see how it plays out. Because I'm more than willing to flip to the original purple if they win this. You know, one of us is going to come out with 5, one with 4. Ideally, the lines are going to get mixed sooner or later. But if we're the ones that come out with 4, I think that's going to dictate how my game goes.
This is a really competitive group. We have 5 purple and 5 green here. So this is going to be a very interesting first vote. We want to see who flips. Everyone's expecting for there to be just even numbers on both sides. But I think someone's going to flip. I might flip. It just depends on what's best for me. Very much scrambling going on right now. People are walking around trying to figure it out because I don't think anyone here is going to go to rocks for anybody. I don't think the only people I think Bex will go to rocks for Brooke, and I think Brooke will go to rocks for Bex, but I don't think anyone else will really go to rocks for anyone else. So this is going to be a really interesting vote. I still have my immunity idol, so if I need to play it, I will absolutely play it just to get to 9 and just fight it out. I'm hearing, I want Brooke going. Brooke doesn't give me anything. Steven, I think I can work with. Brooke and Steven are the 2 names that are out there. I want Brooke gone. There are other people that want Steven gone. But because me and Steven have a connection, I want Steven to stick around. I don't think Steven's going to target me directly. But then again, when I talk to Steven, he doesn't give me any information, which that's where I think Steven, that's a flaw in Steven's game. When Steven talks to people, Steven is just very like concise, doesn't say anything, which could work for most parts, but that makes people not want to trust you, which is why I think he got, voted like most likely to be voted out next. That was part of the reason, because Steven doesn't give anybody anything, no reassurance, no good vibes, nothing. He just talks, which could just be how he is as a person, but it's definitely translating in this game. Even though I think that he's a juggernaut threat, I think I need to move forward with Alex and I need to move forward with Nathan. They're both juggernaut threats. Now, I'm a juggernaut threat, but I need to move forward with those two. I think that those two have no reason to flip on me right now. They're not going to be able to find a home anywhere else other than Casa La Amir. I don't even know if that's Spanish. I've never taken Spanish. But yeah, they're not going to be able to find a home anywhere else after this. So those are the two people I need to move forward with. I think that they actually listen to me. They see value in my strategic thought, and I think that's what's best for me right now.
At this point in the game, what I've heard from the other tribe is that the physical threats on the green tribe would be Amir and Alex. Alex won back-to-back-to-back in multiple different tribal challenges, and Amir clearly very fast, very physical. So I feel like I'm more like an all-rounder. I'm tall, but I don't know if I'm really like strong or anything like that. So I might be more scared on more like the mental or strategic side of things if people are figuring that out, which I don't know if it's too hard to tell. It's hard for me to turn that switch off, but that's where I'm concerned right now. At this point, the vote is definitely up in the air. I do think it's still going to be green versus purple. It's just who are we going to land on? My personal preference is one of the girls because I wrote them down a lot in the touchy subjects challenge. So if I can eliminate that while I'm immune, where no backfire is on me, that would be most preferable. Preferred vote is definitely not Troy or Steven because I have pre-existing relationships with them. I think John B at this point is a great shield to have in the game. So it does, unfortunately to me, come down to either Brooke or Bex for my vote. And I'm going to definitely push that as far as I can go.
And I've also kind of heard my name a little bit, which is always tough to hear. I hope not. And I'm also really annoyed that people said that I'd be least likely to survive on my own. Like, I learned how to make fire this week, so fuck everybody because I didn't see anyone else saying that they could build fire, or we pump bronze.
All right, this is a big thing. Somebody has to turn coat. It might be me. I might have to turn coat for them, or we need someone on that tribe. The logistics right now is on the top of that tribe is Amir, Nathan, and Alex is third. Dave is just a fourth. John S is on the bottom. On my tribe, I have a 3 with Troy and Steven, and a 3 with the girls. I'd rather much take the girls as far as I can. So I'm thinking maybe we combine. I take one of my trios and combine with one of the trios over there, and we just blur some lines, and we just take shots on the 4 on the outside, because it'll be 6 against 4. We make final 6. I need to put that in as many ears as I can right now, and yeah, I don't want to waste any more time.
After today's challenge, I don't fucking trust Troy because he's throwing my name out there left and right like it's freaking Mardi Gras with the beads. And I can't have it anymore. How are you telling me I'm your number 1? This morning at the ass crack of dawn before the sun comes up, you're telling me you're my number 1. I want to work with you. I think we need to see who cracks. Let's see if John S. comes to us today. And then you're going into this challenge saying I'm annoying. I mean, I am annoying, but like I'm annoying. I'm thinking I'm in charge of this game, which I do. And all these things. But like, why are you blowing my spot up? You're supposed to be my ally, not like somebody I'm competing against. Well, you are, but you get what I'm saying.
Immediately, Dave and Alex pulled me aside and they're like, look, it's Tribal Alliance. We're not looking at you. You know, we're willing to work with you. Music to my ears. I mean, I knew it was going to be Tribal Alliance. I mean, it made the most sense. We're 6'6". We know that they've got 1 or 2 advantages. We've got an advantage. So shots are going to be fired any which way. My biggest and chief concern is to make sure my name is not on anyone's lips. No one's looking at me. I'm not a threat. That's the game I need to play right now. It seems like Dave, I trust Dave, but I haven't had a chance to have a one-on-one with him. Alex, I can't get a read on him, but he's also a physical comp type person, so I can't have him around too long. Amir is given signs that he was willing to flip, but not this vote. And even John S was like, I'm willing to flip, not this vote. So my thinking right now is, okay, if they're willing to flip, who do I need around when they flip to change this game so that it's not green versus purple, that it's blocks and blocks that are working with me that I can work through. I think I can work with the OG purple, almost all of them to a point. The only one that I'm wanting to take as far as I can is Bex. I trust her the most. Right now, she seems to be the least threatening to my game. And I just like being around her. She's fun. John V, because he's a known entity. He plays a lot of games. He's also really strong. And to his credit, he's been playing a very low-key physical comp type persona in this game. So I think that's why they just want to get the physical threats out to weaken OG Purple, which is exactly what OG Purple wanted to do to Green.
So out of my tribe, I've heard my name and Brooke's name thrown out there. I think I have enough allies on the Green tribe now from talking to them this morning that I won't be the vote, and it'll probably be Brooke if someone from our tribe does end up going home. But I am definitely nervous that my name is floating around there.
Last night felt great. This morning feel terrible. And I think the reasons for that is, my core three has been John S., who obviously is going to have a lot of options at this point, given that it's the merge. And Amir leaked his name as the person being voted and kind of did that trick. So I think what I'm realizing where I'm at is a lot of the pre-existing relationships, a lot of the people who have played ORGs together have led to a lot more information sharing than I am going to get a part of. So I was in a really good space with my small tribe. I'm in a pretty bad space right now with my big tribe. The risk though is if you're purple and you actually want to stay strong and you want to try to flip somebody, you're going to put it on me right now. And so I am just trying to figure out an actual strategy that's not we're going to, go 5-5 and go to rocks. The problem is that all the decision-making power is in others' hands, so it's time to test the bonds I've made. The one important, impactful thing is I talked to the number one conversation I wanted to have this morning is with Steven. I think he's got an advantage, and I said, I am going to you individually, you're a person that squared off in that immunity challenge with, I respect your game, I like how you're playing here, I'm only going to go to you, but we know how this is going, can we watch each other's backs? And so I want to have a conversation with my close alliance, and I need to have a one-on-one conversation with Steven, which is so hard. You do not get time. So that's what I'm going to go do and try to save my life.
So we have merged. It's the morning. There's 5 former green, 5 former purple. In Survivor or Stranded, certain votes are really important. This is the one where the whole game is going to rotate around, because after today, there's going to be 4 original green or 4 original purple. And theoretically, they could just be knocked off one by one once they go down. So on our side, we are probably targeting Brooke on the purple tribe. On the green tribe, the name I've heard that they are going to be going for is me, which is natural. At the merge boot, you always go for the strongest challenge beast that could just run it to the end, and that is obviously me, the oldest guy here. Not. So I feel at risk, as I have every vote in this game. So bring it on. It's the same as normal. People are saying it's strictly tribe lines. I would be very surprised if someone didn't flip. On our side, I'm not going to flip. I'm going to try to stick with my people because I'd rather do that. We have the two we're trying to, John V and the 2 girls seem to be very tight, and they individually say the 3 of us are tight. It's interesting. In Survivor, you get very nervous if there's a couple or a duo. They have 3. That is really, really dangerous as you're going in. So that's why we're targeting Brooke. So we're trying to work on Troy. We're trying to work on Steven.
The only person that I haven't spoken to about anything
That's also
the only reason.
He doesn't give me anything either. When that's also
He gives me nothing, and I think he has an advantage. And John B he didn't say he had an advantage, but he says he also thinks the same. So everything's pointing to his Steven having something, and he won't talk to us.
With him, he got voted for most likely to be voted out next.
I know.
I think that
I put him.
It could be really obvious, or it could be not. I don't know which way to go about that though. Like, is he going to expect it?
I mean, also, I will say, I'm not here to protect Brooke. If that's like where people.
Yeah, no, I'm just throwing that. She's obviously close to Bex. Like, she's obviously, she said, well, Bex, like, when she called her down.
Yeah, I mean, naturally.
Yeah. Like, just like without the second thought. I think they're not even hiding the fact that they're close.
And if we're going to break up the two of them, I would rather Brooke go than Bex. Just like, I feel like
I'd rather Brooke go than Bex too.
So again, like, if I'm ranking who's giving me stuff,
yeah,
I feel like Bex, Troy, and John are giving me the most.
Okay.
Brooke and Steven, I'm getting nothing.
I'm getting nothing. So let's think about, let's see what the others think, but let's have the two names. We were thinking Brooke and Steven.
I'm Judas. Like, I can tell you, it's like no favors to have people be like, oh yeah, like Alex is most likely to win this game, because like that's me said. Yeah, totally, right? It's like shit, and it's even worse when you don't have your own name on the plaque, right? Because it's like, oh shit, like
that's one that you don't write your name.
Oh, you're the
either.
answer, and you didn't write down your name.
Yeah, I didn't write down, and that's horrible because that's like I'm out of touch socially.
What did you show up as? I remember you were grumpiest.
I was like whatever the last question was that you don't want to be like
most likely to win.
Most likely to win, or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't put anyone in our tribe down. I wrote all other teams.
Yeah, I noticed that it was seeming like your tribe was putting down the purple tribe for the most part. At least the first half.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so John B says that he's really tight with the girls. And I think John B trusts me.
Mm-hmm.
And he apparently trusts Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he's one with the girls. I want Brooke out of here.
You want Brooke out?
Brooke, yeah. I want Brooke.
Do you think that's possible? Like with how they are?
What, with how who was?
Like John V and the two girls.
I don't think it's possible, but I think that we have to figure something out to get, because if we lose someone from green, then they're just going to be purple strong.
Yeah.
Steve.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried pushing at the vote. Steven doesn't want to vote him out this round. And I said, Steven, he can beat all of us.
Steven's name is on top.
I know it is, and I told him that.
I kind of want to.
I'm voting. You have to vote for his submission.
We should put Dave, because if Alex is going to be so damn good, we can get out the next time he loses. It's final 10. If there's a final 3, that's so many rounds that he'd have to win in a row. He's going to lose one of them, and if he doesn't, at the end, all he has to pitch is, I want 5 immunities or I want 6 immunities.
Yeah.
Against a social player, they're going to lose. So I'm not worried about Alex right now. Okay.
So I get a good vibe. My thing is, I want to play.
I don't want to play this.
I want to play.
And my number one thing above all, I want to be A, with people that want to be here, which I think we all do.
Yeah.
And B, I want to be with people that want to play.
Yeah.
Like really play.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have fun. You know?
That's good. So that's the last time we talked, that's what it was. I'm glad we're still there. I'm willing to do that. She pretty much just confirmed that she's really tight with that season. We already knew that now all 3 of them have also they told me the same thing.
Right. It's not just a duo, that's a true of dangerous.
Yeah.
I think that side is, we're more likely. I think we're more likely to go to Watts than they are.
I agree.
They're not going to go to Watts. So that's what I'm saying. I think we just roll that.
But I want to say, like, you're good, obviously. Your seems feels secure.
Well, yeah, because of that challenge.
Yeah, I just want to be fair. Yeah.
And I just want to know. I just want to let you know. I wasn't here. I would be going.
I believe that.
I'm 100% going to be with this.
Have a few more people here right now. First merged tribal. We got 5 of the old Vakalaka. We got 5 old Pawpaw. John. So you do this challenge, and what's the vibe back at camp? Because it was something where people needed to actually take a stand on something and write something about someone that maybe was not the most flattering.
Well, I think it is a consensus that a lot of people were responding not necessarily how they feel, but how they think everybody else feels. So I can speak for myself. There were a couple answers that I made, not because of what I thought, but because I heard someone else say it to me. And I'm like, oh, well, someone else said it. They're probably voting the same way, more likely to get the question right. I do think that was the underlying strategy that most of us followed. So I hope nobody has any hard feelings about anything I wrote. My name honestly didn't come up too much besides being annoying, but I can live with that one. But yeah, I don't think anyone, at least for me, acted upset.
So Bex, being told by everybody who now you're together with, you're voting with, that you're the most easily intimidated, how do those conversations going back to camp go? Has your strategy at all changed, knowing that that's what people think of you?
Absolutely not. I don't care what people think of me. Like, at the end of the day, I know who I am, and that's not really going to change. Do I get intimidated by a man being aggressive towards me? Sometimes. But I'm not going to let that dictate how I play this game or what I do in this game, because I'm a badass bitch and I know what to do. Like,
that's right.
and I don't need anyone validating that except myself. So, yeah. And yeah, that's all.
No, I just want to mention, like, I think that that's a cool thing. What's cool about this game is I think that she got that based on like a gender bias that was maybe in people's heads. Because when I was thinking about when I was writing it down, I was going to write. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, Amir, check your biases, check yourself. Like, is this girl like actually like? No, she's not. Like, she's been very vocal. She's been very standing up. And aside from the game, I just think that's the cool and bad part about this game, because this again is like it's a product of what we go through in society, where like we perceive women as easily intimidated. She's not easily intimidated. Really think about it. Is Bex really easily intimidated? They're like, no, right? So it's just, I think that was a really cool, interesting thing about this social experiment that we're doing. I just wanted to mention that real quick. But yeah, check your biases.
Thank you. I
Of course.
appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
Also, I put my name down for that. And I also put my name down for most annoying. So sorry for circle time this morning, everyone. That was my teacher coming out.
Well, Brooke, do you feel the same way as far as bias goes? We can talk about bias a little bit in the game. We have 2 women, we have 8 men. So how, in your mind, are you seeing that play out?
I mean, I think that Bex and I can easily be targeted for some of those. I mean, when it came to being intimidated, I did think that it was going to be her or me, but for that reason, for like the gender bias. Yeah, I think that, I don't know if I really have the best answer, but yeah, I mean, I think I do see that play out.
Nathan, so as we're talking a little bit about the challenges, the right answers, the wrong answers, I'm just going with what everybody thought, you kind of ran away with that challenge. Did you feel confident in when you were writing it down?
I felt confident in my answers. I thought that, let's say if I put this down, maybe it'll add an extra 1 onto the majority. It's tough to really call. I do think it was an aspect of luck too, but I just tried my best. And obviously I did, wanted to win, of course, travel the distance, of course. So obviously I'm just grateful to be here, and I'm excited to see how this goes, because I think this could be an interesting one for sure.
Moving on. So let's talk advantages. It's now a fresh game. We have 5-5. Now, any kind of advantage could completely flip this game on its head. How much of the strategy is focused around navigating around potential advantages, if there are any advantages in the game?
It's tough because you don't know who has advantages still and who doesn't, and who actually has advantages too, because people could have been lying on the summit. So it's hard to really strategize around that. It's more so like pretend there's no advantages and try to get the votes, and then if an advantage happens to get played, it is what it is. But it's just so much extra paranoia to worry about advantages that it's better to just like try not to focus too much on it. Also, I was voted most likely to be voted out this round, so I'm definitely nervous going into this round, but I'm hoping that I was able to strategize good enough and stay safe.
I thought of more for my answer when I elaborated.
Sometimes
I need more time to think about things. But what I said before cameras started rolling, just how I got the most votes for like who would never be able to survive on their own. And I did think that most people were gonna put one of us for that because we're the 2 women. And exactly what I just said, like I come in prepared. I was practicing making fire all week successfully. I was literally practicing weaving palm fronds.
She can find berries in the wild and eat them without dying.
Where do you find palm fronds?
I have a pond. I don't know if I made a fruit basket with it, but I definitely tried, I really didn't know what to expect with this game. But, I think that unfortunately, there was a little bit of a gender bias because we're the 2 women here, but I hope that we've proven ourselves. I mean, especially in the first challenge of this game when we started with 8 people and 3 guys and a woman dropped off. I was one of the 4 people left, and I think that might have surprised some people. So yeah, we're here to break the gender.
Yeah. So no, absolutely. John V. So at this point now, the majority of the people sitting here have gone to the summit. There was not a summit in play. Where do you think the advantages are, or do you have no idea where the advantages are at this point?
So you guys are definitely hiding an idol at camp right now. I think that's the advantage while we're here. There's probably no more summit, and it's probably just going to be an idol. That's what I'm thinking.
So do you think you know who has what?
I don't know who has what, and I'm pretty sure that clue that I saw on the tree was not a real clue. It's an idol under the bench.
Damn Gibble.
So Troy, we're now going down to who had bottle caps. Now we're examining that closely. Is it now paramount to your game that you need to check what everybody's doing? Who's talking? Who has bottle caps?
I don't think now is the point. I think it was yesterday. Like, that's the game we signed up for, right? Who is talking to who? Where people slept last night? All these things, could matter, right? Everything about how people perceive me and how I perceive them, that's my reality in this game, right? So if people think that I'm one of the most moody people, that's a good reality check for me, right? Okay, maybe I'm not being personable enough, and I need to, if I want to stay in this game, fix that.
Okay, so Amir, who do we think is close? We're talking about noticing who's sleeping where, who's talking to who.
I think that I spent all day yesterday with the Green Tribe, and I think people from Purple spent all day with those people. So there are 5 green. Okay, yes, we haven't talked about that yet. There are 5 people from the Green Tribe and 5 people from the Purple Tribe. Shit's about to get crazy, is what I'll say.
At this point, are we talking about, it's been brought up, 5-5. Are we talking about now we're voting down party line straight up, and then if it ties, it ties?
In Survivor or Stranded, there are certain votes throughout the game that really impact the future of the game. This is the one that probably the future of the game revolves around. You have 5 purple, you have 5 green. There's advantages. Are there going to be tribal lines? Within each tribe, there's probably 2 or 3 people that are even tighter. Do the other people know they're not part of that? There's a lot going on here. We're going to see what happens, but the future of the game is going to rest on this vote.
So Alex, do you agree with that? Do you think that going forward after this vote, this is going to dictate where the rest of the game goes?
Every vote dictates where the rest of the game goes. I mean, it's about, if you're not in the majority, it's about, okay, who broke my trust, right? If you're in the majority, it's like, did people vote how they said they voted? And is this good for me? And how sustainable is it? So this is 100% going to change the game. But I also feel like that's the nature of Survivor, is you have a reset after every vote where you're like, holy crap, is what I thought was true still true?
All right, it's time to vote. John V, start us off.
I don't really know Dave too well, but he's perceived to have a lot of connections. Oh, I'm supposed to do an acorn. I hope this looks like a fucking acorn. He's perceived to have some really good connections over there and he's perceived to have some connections over there and has gone to tribal and had his name written down multiple times, and still he's here. So we don't know who's protecting you, which means we just need to take you out for now. Nothing personal.
Nice. So the vote is for Brooke. This has been a very fun game. I'm 99.9% sure I'm the one going home. If anyone's watching, please apply for season 2. It is fun. Hopefully the jury starts right now and I don't have to just go home. So thank you.
Dave's going home.
How do you know that?
I've been suspicious the entire time. that Steven has an advantage, and I've always thought it was an extra vote. On the walk over here, it was confirmed to me that he has an extra vote.
By who?
By Bex. I'm putting my entire game in Bex's hands here. That he is having an extra vote, and he's going to play it now on Dave. I believe Bex wholeheartedly when she tells me this. So there's going to be 6 votes on Dave no matter what. There's nothing that I could do to change that. I don't have an advantage. I can't help Dave no matter how much I want to. The question is, do I want to be on the right side of the vote or not? Am I willing to intentionally be wrong to save face with my original alliance and try and hope that I can mend with Bex later? Or is now the moment where I flip, I put down Dave, there's 7 votes Dave instead of 6, he's going home the same either way. But now I've broken trust with the original people who have already voted me out before. So, I mean, do I want to be right or not? Is it going to be 6-5 or is it going to be 7-4? I think I can explain it to Bex and save face with her better than I can save face with my original alliance. I'm going to put Brooke's name down knowing she's not going home. This is a vote for Brooke, but Dave's going home.
I'll get the votes. All right. If anybody has an advantage or an idol, you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay.
That's a lovely necklace. Can I play it?
You want to play this?
Yes, please.
So Alex would like to play my necklace. Who are you playing it for?
Myself.
Okay. This is a beautiful necklace that will stay on my neck. It is not a hidden immunity idol. First vote. Brooke. Dave. 1 vote Brooke, 1 vote Dave. Brooke. It's 2 votes Brooke. 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 That's 4 votes Brooke, 1 vote Dave. 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 Dave, we're tied. 4 votes Brooke, 4 votes Dave. Dave. 7th person voted out, first member of our jury. Dave.
Bring it on. Bring it home. Bring it home.
Hold on, again. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna do your.
So what happened?
You can tell I was sweating a ton. I thought it was going to be me. Someone in our tribe flipped. I think it was Amir. You know, he told me he was going to play an advantage on me. He didn't. As soon as that happened, I knew I'm toast. But my tribe did stick with me, so original green, except for Amir, I think. Bring it home. I want one of you guys to win it.
And what are you looking for now that you know you're officially a part of the jury? What are you looking for in a winner?
Someone that plays hard. I'm not the kind of person that says you have to make gigantic big moves, because there is an infinite number of ways to win these games. And everyone sitting out there, I think, has a legit chance to do it. I'm hitting reset on everyone, and I'm going to be watching them really closely the rest of the way to see who is really working hard and wants it more than anyone else.
Gotcha. Thanks for playing.
Thank you for having me.
Tribal lines are pretty set 5-5, but I do have some green telling me that they are open to voting for Dave. So I think if they're being truthful to me, we should have the votes regardless. But they can totally be lying, because why wouldn't you stick with your tribal lines? You know we're probably going to pick you off at least the next couple of votes. So just to be safe, we're pulling out our extra vote And hopefully this actually does matter a lot more than I thought it did when I got it. I had most of my tribe telling me they wanted Alex, but I did not want him to go. So I pushed Dave very hard, convinced them to want to vote Dave. Now I can work with Alex as an ally. And hopefully Dave goes home and we can keep all 5 purples together.
Brooke, seem like the baddest bitch here, but I'm the baddest. Hasta la vista, sayonara, and see you never. Let's go.
If this happens, great. So sorry, Brooke. Didn't get to know you a lot, but I think this works well for my game. But more importantly is probably, if it doesn't happen, am I still going to be in a good position? I think that's what we're going to find out. This is a terrifying vote for me because if I were them, I would get me out right now. And I hate banking on people being dumber than me.
This vote is very telling to see who I can work with moving forward in the future. Dave, great playing with you. Wish that you would be open to talk to me instead of giving me a little tooty. But that's how it goes. So, hope I don't see you after this.
This movie is either going to make or break my game. This is me stamping myself as the flipper of the Green Tribe, and hopefully this was the right thing to do.
Like Jack said, this one is going to definitely be a defining vote of where the game leads to. I have multiple paths for success, and I have a few paths for failure. If this is where it's going with my original 5 purple and my new 6 that's blended, this works for me because I can always backstep and just stay 5 strong purple, and we have the numbers now plus the extra vote if Seepin doesn't play it. Great dude, glad I got to finally meet you, but it's all about survival, and I'm not trying to get stranded. This breaks me. Breaks my heart.
We have the chance to make a big move, and Brooke will take control. And Brooke and Steven are digging their heels in, and they want to take out Dave. Dave is not a threat to anyone, but I don't have the numbers. It shouldn't be here. I tried my hardest to flip it. If what OG Green is telling us is true, that there's no advantages in play, Purple has the one less advantage.